everybody.
Alexa,
Welcome to
stop.
another episode of The Blind View here on Rumble. And here is your host, Alexa. I'm sorry, Mr. Rebecca Meadows.
I'm sorry, you guys. We are just a low budget operation. We're not professionals in a professional studio somewhere. So I apologize. Thank you everybody for joining us for this exciting episode of The Blind View, shot right here in Mesa, Arizona. Well, and Kansas and Phoenix and
California, right?
California. I think so. But thank you for joining us, everybody. How what does everybody want to talk about tonight?
Well, you take a lead, or whichever direction you want to take this.
Okay, well, has anybody heard about what the Pope has been doing?
Depends on what. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I haven't really paid any attention. I just thought maybe you guys had heard what's been going on with the Pope, because I just heard his name in a blurb, but I didn't hear anything about what's been going on.
That's about all I heard as well. I've seen kind of the blurbs a little bit but I couldn't tell you what's going on. So,
but I mean, blurb about what? Like, I mean, I have no clue whatsoever. Like,
well, I'm not really sure, but they're like I just see his name in the news or hear his name in the news. You know, Gino, do you know anything about what's going on with Pope Leo? Maybe our administrator knows something. Gino, are you there? Okay, maybe Gino's not listening right now, but anyway, I really don't have any other topics.
Sorry, Beck, what were you asking?
Have you heard what's going on with Pope Leo, if anything?
I haven't heard anything.
Okay.
I can look it up.
Yeah, could you look it up real quick and see? Because I heard something about him, but it wasn't really like I don't know that was really, I don't remember what it was, right? I think they just mentioned him, and I think it was Paul said he heard something too. So I was wondering if you could just
some blurbs about him in terms of the news, but I couldn't tell you what those blurbs were. It was just the Pope, and then I kept scrolling. Admittedly, not that I have anything against the Pope or anything, but as we've kind of seen my habits, I don't follow the news super close.
Mm-hmm.
So that's on me.
Yeah. So is everybody ready for Christmas next week?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going to bring up. It's coming up pretty dang quick.
Oh yeah.
I know. What have you guys done in terms of shopping, gift purchasing, decorating, like if anything?
I never decorate, but
I'm right with you. I don't either.
Yeah, but I usually do go buy some gifts, and I haven't bought any gifts yet this year. I think I'm going to go try to find a special one for my mom and maybe my dad, and that's it. We kind of all agreed that we weren't going to give any gifts out this year, just hang out with each other. But I want to do something special for my mom and dad, so I'm going to see if I can find something special for them.
But do you have any ideas what that might be?
I have some ideas. I want to get something musical for my mom, because in my life I've given a couple of gifts to people who really seemed like they appreciated it and like it touched them, and like both times it was a musical thing. Like my late mother-in-law, back when my ex-husband and I were first dating, and Pat was doing everything in her power to try to chase me off. For Christmas that year, we all exchanged gifts, and I had found this dancing Santa, and when you turned him on, he did a little dance and he sang several Christmas carols, right? And when Pat opened it up and turned it on, she was so tickled with it. She was just giggling, and she was like a giddy little girl, and she ran up to me, embraced me, kissed me on the cheek, and said, "Oh, Becca, I could almost love you for this."
Almost love you.
Yeah, I mean, she later on we actually grew to love each other, but at that point, like I was dating her son, and she was really trying to come between us, because she saw the writing on the wall, and so she was doing everything in her power to be mean to me, but she really loved that Dancing Santa so much, and she put it out every year after that, and then my son David, he really likes music. And when he was younger, a couple of years, I went and found different music boxes for him that would either play lots of different songs when you turned it on, or even like a little AM FM radio that would be convenient for him to haul around and listen to, right? And so I'm going to look for something like that for David too, I think. Um, Something for my mom like that, and something for my son Dave that's musical. So,
That's pretty cool.
and
What?
my other family, I'm just going to give them cash.
Well, it's still a gift. I mean, it's more
Oh
free
yeah,
gift. Like you just go and
yeah. Go ahead and say what you were going to say, though, Anya. I just wanted to add that.
oh no, no problem. I was just gonna ask if you guys can remember what was your like most special gift ever for Christmas, like maybe since the childhood or like adulthood.
Um, I really haven't gotten. I can't think of any significant gifts I've gotten as an adult. I know when I was a kid, before I went blind at the age of 12, I got books every birthday and every Christmas from friends and family, and I always loved books. So it was always fun for me opening gifts up and finding another book inside.
What about you, Paul?
Yeah, when I was a kid, when I was, I don't know, 9 or 10, I would say, um, my parents bought me this toy, and it was a track, and they had these. This was in the earlier mid 2000s. They had these cars, and you would shake the car. They was electronic. They had like three AA batteries. You had to put three AA batteries, and you'd shake the cars, and then you drop the cars on the ground, and they would go. Um,
Oh,
and so my parents found a track especially designed for those cars, and you could, there was two slots, so you put one car in one slot, put another car in the other slot, and then you would race them around the
racing.
track.
Oh,
And you had to
cool.
build the track was plastic, and you had to build the track. It came in pieces, and so you had to build
Um,
it. So we had to do that, and then I'd race them. So I really enjoyed that quite a bit, and spent a lot of hours playing with that when I was younger.
I was the oldest of four girls, so we never had cool toys like that around. But whenever we got to go to a male cousin's house, or I was playing at some boy's house, I always loved playing with those kinds of toys, those race car toys where you put the cars on the track and you. Like I remember the ones where you put the car on the ground and you like slide it backwards, and as you slide it backwards, the wheels spin and it
Yeah.
puts tension on it. So then when you like go and
Oh yeah, I know those.
away,
What
yeah, I
what's
loved
this
playing with
called?
those when I was little.
The
When I go to
pullback
boys' houses.
cars. I think they call it the pullback. You slide them back, and then they go forward. They spring forward.
Yeah, yeah, because the tension in the tires gets wound up as they go backwards, and then it pushes them forward. Yeah,
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
What
yeah.
about you, Anya? Was there gifts that you enjoyed growing up?
I mean, every year was something special for me. I grew up in the 90s in the post-Soviet Russia, post-Soviet Ukraine, and my family was pretty poor, but they were
Mhm.
trying to pull it off. Like they were trying to save up some money to buy some little gift, which was very, I'm very appreciative for that. Like, oh, I received my first Barbie doll when I was like, I don't know, 6 or 7, and it was so exciting because they were so new.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
Oh wow!
yeah, I mean, in America, they probably were popular, I don't know, in the 80s or so, but they came
Yeah,
when the borders opened. The Iron Curtain fell,
yeah.
Um, so they started coming in the 90s. So it was a totally new thing for us, and I really wanted one. So I remember getting the Barbie and running around with
Oh,
playing with.
that's cool.
Yeah, it was so cool.
The That was in '91 that happened, right? When the curtain fell.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay. Because I get confused because I know Romania had the revolution and that kind of ended in 89, from
Yeah,
the
but the entire Soviet Union fell apart in 1991. Yeah.
91. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
when I was born. So I basically was born I caught the very, very edge of it. And then,
Oh, really?
yeah,
Hmm.
and then it
Hmm.
started. Um, yeah, so those Barbies were exciting. I remember that. Barbie and Ken. Oh, that, that was a,
Anya, are you what? 34 then? Is that how old you are?
yep. Mhm.
Oh, wow.
Here's a question for y'all. Since we're kind of talking about this, someone asked me, or I was in a group recently where they was asking what people's favorite or family traditions are for the holidays. Would be curious to know what y'all have to say about that. Do you have any traditions that just reminds you of the holidays?
Uh,
Um,
go ahead,
I've
Mac.
al- I've always tried to have like hot chocolate for myself and my family on Christmas morning,
Hmm.
um, because it's warm and it seems like Christmas is always cold, right? So yeah, I always do the hot chocolate thing. That's one thing I try to do.
For us, I mean, I could go into two different directions. The way I grew up, which was different, but you asked specifically about Christmas, which is celebrated a different date here in the U.S. So, in my small family, which is my husband and I, basically we have a tradition that every year we try to give each other like big gift. We call it big gift. It doesn't have to be something super big, but we call it big gift and small gift. Big
Uh-huh.
gift constitutes something that you tell a person ahead of time. Like, okay, so I want you to get this. Let's go to the store and pick it out for you or whatever. Something that you would know. But the small gift would be something for a surprise. So just getting to make Christmas more fun. And it could be anything. It could be as little as candy,
Sure.
but something the person is not aware of. And then when they open the box or bag or whatever, oh yeah, so I got this. So that's what that's the tradition we have. And this year, oh my gosh, you guys, it's such a piss off. I can't even start telling you how mad I am. So this year, I was thinking so hard what to give my husband for a small gift. For a big gift, we already discussed. He already getting some jacket, like he knows that's something he wanted. He picked it out online for himself. I got it for him. Anyway, so it's all taken care of. So for the small gift, I'm racking my brain trying to think what to give him, because it's hard sometimes. So eventually, like, and then here's another like a little background thing that we have only one Prime account, like Amazon Prime account, under his name, because it makes no sense for us each have a Prime account and pay for it.
Mhm.
We just one family, right? So there's no point. If I need something, we just order from his account and we don't pay for shipment. So, but that becomes problematic around Christmas because I cannot go ahead and order from that account because he's going to get notified, right? He's
That's
going to
right.
get an email. So what do you do? So I usually find some circuitous ways, like call friends and say, "Hey, do you have Prime? Can you help me with this?" Or maybe order something entirely different that would not have to do anything with Amazon. Anyway, so this year, finally, I was like, "My God, time is running out." So what do? I finally came up with the idea of giving my husband a keyboard for the studio computer, the ones that he uses here, like a desktop computer. He was complaining the keyboard was not working well. It's like, okay, cool. Those are not expensive. That could qualify for a small gift. So, but what do? So I call a friend. He helps me pick one out, sends me a link. So, make a long story short, I don't often order from Amazon on my own. Usually it's him who does it. So I go through all these hoops trying to, and of course I don't remember my password anymore. So I have to reset my Amazon password. And I had to call disability line to help me figure out how to place this damn order because something was not working out. So I spent probably a couple of hours taking care of
Mm.
all this because I want to keep it a secret. So he doesn't know what it is, right?
Uh-huh.
So no, they said the delivery would be on Monday, and I pay for shipment because I don't have Prime. Fine. So on Sunday, we're coming back from the store, and my husband says, "Oh, there is something on the porch," and I was like, "Oh, probably they already delivered my gift." So you guys know that every time you order something, it comes in a box, like
Yeah.
it comes in a box, and normally I don't even open it. Like, okay, I set it under the tree, and if the day comes, he just opens it, and here it is. So then he goes pick up this box from the porch, and he comes back and goes, this is obvious. I was like, what do you mean? And he goes, well, it says on the box keyboard and has a picture of it. Damn it. Like, I was so pissed. Like, why would they send it with no box? Like, just send it like in the company box. It's so stupid. So here goes my small gift. I was like, well, Grinch has stolen your Christmas. You're okay. Now you know what it is.
Hey guys, I just remembered another tradition I used to do with my kids when they were younger. I did this thing for a few years with my kids that I called the 12 Days of Christmas. And like the first day, like December 13th, which was happening to be my youngest son's birthday, like each day for 12 days leading up to like Christmas Day was the 12th day. Each day leading up to it, I'd give them a small gift, like a couple of candy canes or a $5 gift certificate to someplace or little like Matchbox car or stuff like that. You know what I mean? And I did that for a few years, and I thought it was fun. Honestly, my husband and my sons didn't seem like they appreciated it much as I did, but I had fun picking out little gifts for each member of my family for every day. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And
that's cute.
Yeah, and I did, like I said, the 12 Days of Christmas thing, and it kind of spreads the joy out a little bit longer. And like I said, you could get like 5 little or 12 little gifts. You know what I mean? Just a few things that people like, and I thought it was.
How did you get them? Like, since your husband was the one who drives, like, how did you make those gifts?
Well, so when I lived in Missoula, I actually had a lady. She actually became my best friend. She worked for me so much, and we would go Christmas shopping together. So I just have her help me buy all the 12 gifts for everybody. You know what I mean?
Oh.
And then I put them in my room and go pick them out throughout the month. You know.
Right. And what makes you say that your husband and your kids did not appreciate it enough?
I don't think they enjoyed it as much as I did. I thought, what a cool idea, the 12 Days of Christmas, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And every day being able to give my children and my husband a small little like party favor type gift, so just something cute, and to say, hey, I love you, have a good day type thing, you know? And I just thought it was really clever. And but I'm a silly woman and they're all guys, and they just, like I said, didn't seem to appreciate it as much as I did.
Right.
I would say for me, every year we celebrate Christmas, or my family celebrates Christmas on Christmas Eve. And right now, you know, I have my friends here in California, but I don't have any family here. You know, and so I celebrated the last few years. I've celebrated Christmas here with, you know, just friends or my roommates, and so it's been nice. But I haven't been up for Christmas. I think this will be in 7 years or so. So it's been a long time. And so this year I am going up. And one of the things that my parents do for Christmas, and this was what we'll be having for Christmas Eve, is they make Swedish meatballs and mashed potatoes. So whenever I think of Swedish meatballs, or whenever I think of Christmas, I usually think of those. Because we've been having them ever since I was a kid. And actually, I found an old cassette, or someone gave me an old cassette of my grandmother, who's since passed, talking to my aunt, who hadn't been up that year for Christmas, but my grandmother was. And she was telling them that they had Swedish meatballs and mashed potatoes. And this tape was made in like 1981 or something like that. Oh, and wow. So the tradition has definitely been going on for a very, very long time.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
That's a cool story.
I'm sorry, what constitutes... Okay, I'll ask that.
Ladies and gentlemen, stay with us. We'll be right back after these messages.
I told you we were lost. hospital?
Gonna have to reset this leg, my young friend.
Where is Mateo?
He never came, they never showed up.
We're happy to help people like you, but it isn't safe to be out there wandering.
I see you two enjoyed our world-famous ribs.
How many times have I told you, kids? No cartoons after sundown.
I don't know what kind of sick fucking games you two are playing down here. Carol and I really liked you two.
Hi, it's me, Rebecca S. Meadows, the author, with my new book, Living on Borrowed Time, The Ravings of an Angry Survivor of Traumatic Brain Injury and Guardianship Abuse. It's available on Kindle Digital Download, Amazon Print on Demand, and on Audible. Please go check it out. And now, back to the show. Okay, everybody, thanks for staying with us. Anya, Paul, are you guys still with me?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
It's gonna be fun to have a Christmas conversation.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to ask Paul, so I've heard Swedish meatballs so many times. What exactly constitutes Swedish meatballs? How are they different from regular?
Well, I think what really makes a Swedish meatball, I think, just from when I've made them and when I've seen my parents make them, it really is, I think, the sauce that makes them. It's like kind of a cream of mushroom based sauce. At least that's how my parents do it. And so you got to make the meatballs, and then you got to kind of make the sauce as well. I tried making them a few years ago, and they was not nearly as good as the ones that my mom makes, because my mom's making them, and then her mom made them, and gosh, I don't even know how long the tradition's been happening.
Well, why didn't you ask for the recipe when you were going to make?
You know, I really probably should have done that, but that did not cross my mind. I guess I just felt like, oh, I can do this. I found a recipe online, but it wasn't as good as the ones that my parents make. So next time, if I decide I want to do it again, I probably will do that. But yeah, it's the sauce. They do taste different than, say, a standard Italian meatball, that you'd find in maybe spaghetti. Those are good, but the ingredients, I think, are a little different in the meatball itself. But then, yes, it's really like a cream of mushroom-based sauce that goes over the meatball, which I think is what makes them, Swedish meatballs. And if you ever get a chance to try them, I would certainly suggest doing so.
I think I have, now as you describe them. I don't think I ever made them, which is why it made me confused. But the way you describe it, I think I have tried them with a mushroom sauce. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, Becca.
I was just going to ask Anya if she was allergic to mushrooms. I love mushrooms.
Oh, no, baby. I love me some mushrooms.
I hate them.
What? You do?
I'm not even joking. That is the worst thing on the planet. I don't know how people can eat those. The texture, the taste, everything.
Sauce.
I love mushrooms, but I have to be honest with you. I'm surprised I love mushrooms because of what you're saying, the texture and all of that.
No, I tolerate the cream of mushroom sauce or the cream of mushroom soup. I tolerate it, but and it's not like cream of mushroom soup. Yeah, it tastes like mushroom, but it's not eating like a mushroom, as a whole. That I can't do.
Let me ask. Okay, so you say eating mushroom as a whole. Are you referring to raw mushrooms, or you're referring to fried or baked, or
it don't matter. Like,
have you guys had stuffed mushrooms?
Yeah, I'm gonna make those for Christmas. In fact, this year.
Yeah.
Paul, you are welcome to.
Oh, I'll be out of town then. I'm so sorry. Thank you though, but I'll be out of town.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever eaten a stuffed mushroom because I don't know if I'd like the texture. I really like mushrooms like in spaghetti sauce or in lasagna or stuff like that. You know what I mean?
When I make, honestly, when I make stuff that requires cream of mushroom, I will admittedly substitute it with cream of chicken. I do like my mom's meatballs. I do, but I will substitute stuff with cream of chicken instead of cream of mushroom. And I know it does taste a little bit different, but Yeah, no.
You know,
Well, you know,
when it comes to substituting, you can do cream of celery soup as well.
Ooh, that's true. I think I've done that maybe once or twice.
Mm. What were
yeah.
you saying, Anya?
I was gonna say my husband is not a huge fan of mushrooms either, but I'm teaching him slowly. I'm teaching him. I mean, he can if I put them in a soup or on a pizza, he would eat them. And I don't know. I'm gonna attempt because he loves bacon and sausage. So I'm gonna make those stuffed mushrooms with sausage. So he'll have some temptation.
Uh,
But my people have tried to give them to me stuffed, grilled, cooked. They've tried to give me like mushroom chips. Like I said, I can
mushroom
tolerate it
chips?
with I can tolerate it with cream and mushroom soup. I can tolerate that. That I can that's fine. I guess it's all right. But like the taste and the texture of most mushroom things, I hate. It makes me gag. It really does.
But that's all about texture, though, or the taste as well.
Oh,
It's both really.
for me, a
Like
lot. I
if
have.
I get a pizza, like I'll if we get a supreme pizza, like or what do you call it, a
Uh-huh.
combination pizza, like I
Yeah.
can if I get a piece with mushroom, I'll swallow it. I will do anything I can not to taste it.
What were you saying, Beck?
I'm greatly affected by the texture of my food as well. A lot of times, I'll put something in my mouth, and just based on the texture alone, probably haven't even tasted it yet. But just based on the texture, I take it out of my mouth. I'm like, oh no, this is not good. You know what I mean? I'm
Let
very
me ask you
sensitive to
this:
the texture of my food.
do you like because I know it's kind of a controversial thing, and we're going way off topic, but I guess that's not a bad thing. But do you like your eggs over easy?
Is that with the runny yolk?
Yeah,
Yes, I do like them like that.
you do. Cause I got someone that I know. Uh, they'll eat scrambled eggs or they'll eat omelets, but
Uh-huh.
egg like that over easy. Oh no, he says it's like eating slime, like eating slime.
Oh, I love eggs, period.
I do too.
In fact, Chick-fil-A has this breakfast sandwich called the Egg White Grill. And it's a grilled chicken breast, a egg white, and a slice of cheese on a bun. And it's so good.
I didn't know
Huh.
Chick-fil-A had that. I know Chick-fil-A's chicken biscuit, which is very, very good, better than their chicken sandwich as far as I'm concerned, but I didn't know
Oh,
they had
yeah.
that.
Oh,
Huh.
yeah. Their chicken biscuits are good too. Yeah. I prefer their breakfast to the rest of the day, though. But I'm sure their
I'm right
lunch
with
and
you.
dinner is good too.
I'm
I'm
right
more of a
with you.
breakfast person all the
I'll
time.
eat the chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A, but I much prefer their breakfast as well, actually.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
never had breakfast at Chick-fil-A ever.
Oh, you
Hmm.
should go, Anya. I
Well,
bet
I
you and
don't
Robert
go
would
out
love
to
it.
breakfast often. I mean, if we go somewhere like Perkins or something.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
Even in Perkins, I'm a little disappointed. Like the last couple of times we were there, and the portions are smaller. Like when you order stuff with meat is very little there. Like come
What
on,
it,
Oh,
hmm.
really? I haven't been
Perkins.
to
It's a
Perkins in a while, so
I don't know what that is. I'm assuming it's a restaurant of some sort.
I
yes,
think
it
it's
is.
a chain.
Yeah, it's a chain restaurant. Have
Yeah.
you ever seen oh, what were they called? When I first moved to Missoula back in 1997, they were all over the place. They had like 3 or 4 of them. 4Bs. Have either of you ever seen 4Bs restaurant?
Uh-uh.
Mm-mm.
Oh, they were really good. When I first moved to Missoula way back then, there was a 4Bs North and a 4Bs South in Missoula.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And there was also like 4Bs hotel or motel too. I think it was affiliated with one of the restaurants.
Yeah, I don't really know the name. But back to the eggs, I was gonna ask you back. Do you cook them at home? Boiled eggs?
I have. I don't cook that much anymore. It's just me usually, you know what I mean? Me and David, and we're going our separate directions in the morning. So
Well, what I was gonna say was, my friend not too long ago told me about egg cookers, and I was like, "Wow, like why do you need egg cooker? Like you can just put water in the pot and put eggs in both." And she goes, "No, but you don't need that much water, and it comes with a tiny measuring cup, and you plug it in a wall, and you press the button, and it comes on, and you can cook up to 7 eggs at a time, or you can do 1 or 2 or however
So
many.
can you hard boil eggs in there too?
Yeah, there are 3. One that I have from Walmart, actually from Amazon, I think. It's like you can do 3 different kinds of. You can make poached egg, and 2 levels of hard boiled egg. Like
Okay.
harder.
Yeah, we have one too, and apparently it works. I don't really. I mean, I don't eat a hard-boiled egg, but we actually have one as well, and it does work.
Yeah, it's great. Now I use it all the time. It takes a couple of minutes. You don't use that much water. You don't have to watch for it to overboil or something. You just walk away. It's all ready for you. And I love stuff like the what do you call them? Doubled eggs.
Oh, I love deviled eggs.
Yeah, I did too. I made them for Thanksgiving this year. It's one
You
of the
know, interestingly enough, when I was at my sister's for Thanksgiving, this was about 5 years ago. My sister lives in Idaho, and
uh,
she um, has a friend who brought over like deviled bacon. And basically, what she
Oh,
did is she took a bacon strip and she put the filling of what you would put in a deviled egg on top of a strip of bacon, and it was pretty good. I was like, wow, that ain't bad.
oh wow! How do you get it to stay? You just roll it or what?
No, I guess she just put it on top of the strip. She just wrote it on top of the strip. I think if memory serves, it was a little bigger strips. You can get different size strips of bacon, if you will. And so I think it was bigger strips of bacon, and she made it work. I mean, there was obviously an appetizer,
yeah.
but yeah, if ever you feel like doing that, give it a go, cause they wasn't bad.
Yeah, but what do you do with the whites?
Oh, I don't know what she did with the whites.
Well, I guess you can stuff them with something else. You don't have to stuff them with the egg yolks.
Yeah, or just eat them if you wanted
Or
to.
just eat them. Yes, that's a good idea
Yeah.
too. Yeah. Um, I don't know. You said appetizers, but I don't know about you guys, but I can binge watch appetizers or different recipes on YouTube like for hours sometimes. I
You
love
can do what? You can do what to recipes on YouTube? I didn't hear what what you said.
binge watch like one
Oh,
after the
binge watch.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I like documentaries, and I love history shows on history. I don't
Mhm.
really get into cooking shows and stuff like that.
Well, it's not really shows. I don't watch shows, but I do follow some bloggers on YouTube and
Oh,
search for recipes, and it's just fun. And cooking for me is fun. So.
mhm.
But Paul, you say you haven't gone home for 7 years. Why so long?
Well, when I was working, sometimes I'd have to work Christmas, and so you just didn't, and you didn't always know, um, what the cost of the tickets was going to be, and could I have afforded it, so it's just been different things. A couple of those years was the COVID years,
Oh,
so
yeah.
people was a little concerned about that, obviously, and so yeah, just working or COVID or just for whatever reason. That doesn't say that I didn't go up there, other times throughout the year, because I did. Well,
Where are you from, Paul? Are you from?
Alaska.
yeah. So my family, most of my family lives up in Alaska.
But where are you living currently? Are you in California?
Correct. I'm in Northern California now.
Oh, okay.
So I'm the only one here in California from my family. Most of them are still up there.
Do you
But
have brothers and sisters?
yes. So I have, and I don't recall if I mentioned this on the show or not, but I have, there's 9 of us in total.
Yeah, you
I
did.
have, yeah, I have eight siblings. There's 5 boys and 4 girls. So we have quite a big family.
Oh,
Have you all come in for Christmas?
No, it'll just, well, like most of them live up there, like I said. So, but the other ones that live out of state, no, I don't reckon, they'll be coming up, unfortunately.
So
are you guys gonna get together virtually so you guys can all be together?
I don't know if they do that. That's a really good question. I'm not sure if that happens or not. I know sometimes my sister from Idaho, she'll try to call in and see how the festivities are going, but Some people are going like some of my family's fixing to go to Hawaii for Christmas, so they won't be around. Um,
Um,
Others, like I said, are living in other states, so they won't be around. So it really is going to be a pretty small gathering, I think, this time around. And since I've been up there, some of my family members have passed, unfortunately. So yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty small gathering this time around, which isn't necessarily a good or a bad thing. It's just, I guess, the way that it is.
Right.
right.
Well, Becca said something about virtual, and I just remembered somebody joking saying that it's fun to have like Christmas or whatever celebration virtually hosted you at your home virtually because you have all your family together, yet you don't have to feed them.
Well,
That's
what you
true.
can do, like everybody who can get together can get together, and there could be like a big screen TV, and somebody could mirror a video call with the
Yeah.
people who can't be there to the big screen, so the family members can still see them and talk to them while everybody's eating dinner and opening presents, and you know what? So people could still be together virtually, if not in person. It just makes sense, I think.
Well,
Does
that's
anybody
how I
do that?
do New Year's with my mom and her husband.
Uh-huh.
Um, yeah, we we have champagne with them virtually, so they pour champagne and we pour champagne, and it was like Happy New Year.
Do you guys do that on New Year's? Is that what you said?
Yeah, because in Russia they celebrate Christmas on January 7th, which is
Oh,
Orthodox Christian Orthodox.
is that where your parents are then?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're still over there. Do you and Robert ever go to Russia to see them?
No, we have not, because
Oh,
there's a war right now, as you know.
yeah.
It's too dangerous to go now. But yeah, that's why we don't celebrate Christmas with them. But New Year's, it's a different story. So yeah, we celebrate
I,
over.
I I will tell you this on the podcast that my sister that lives in Idaho was actually adopted from Russia.
Yeah, I think you did mention that. Yes.
Okay,
What's her name?
her name. Well, I don't know if she wants me to give it out here, so I don't know
You
if
don't have to
I'll.
give her last name, just first name.
Yeah, well, what I'll say is that she's just a year younger than you. Her name is Michaela.
Miss
Oh,
Shayla. Oh, that's
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah,
that's
and
not
she
Russian
spells it
name.
like Michaela, like Michaela. No one tried to look her up because she doesn't have the same last name as me. She's been married now for a while. So, but no, in all seriousness, yeah, she was adopted from Russia, and she was born a year later than you, I think. So she's right around your age.
Yeah. Well, the reason I asked about her name, I thought she kept her Russian name, but that doesn't sound Russian.
Um. So the story goes is my parents wanted to give her a biblical name,
Hmm.
and they had an idea of what they wanted it to be.
Hmm.
And so they asked someone, I guess, who they knew was Russian, and they wasn't sure exactly how to pronounce it 100%. So, yeah, I guess Michaela turned into Michaela is how it happened.
Miss Shayla. That's beautiful sounding though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very unusual, but I bet she was called Michaela all the time. If you say the spelling is exactly the same.
Yes. People that didn't know her called her that, because the spelling is that the same. Um, But once you get to know her, people that you are right, Becca, people don't ever seem to forget that name. People they always remember it. I've never heard anyone butcher it or anything like that. Once they know, oh, Michaela, okay, that makes sense, and that's how it is, I guess. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But does she have a short name like to go by?
Oh, like a nickname?
Yeah.
Maybe Mishy
yeah,
or
Michi,
Mishy.
I think my aunt calls her that, but I never call people by their nicknames unless I'm calling one of my siblings stupid. Then I call them that. But that's about it. I don't really do the whole nickname thing.
Yeah, people tend like if it's more than two syllables, people like to shorten the names. I've noticed. Like your name is Paul. Like nobody's gonna like how to make it any shorter.
Well, I've had nicknames, but I don't know if they're appropriate for the podcast.
Yeah, I know. But well, anyway, so how long? Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back.
I know I don't need to remind you of what you must already be thinking. What any man in your position would be thinking at this moment.
You scream? Will you try anything? I want to cut up that pretty little face of yours.
Your father thinks he's being a hero. He ain't.
What you need to be asking yourself right now is, am I the kind of man to allow my wife to be violated? Or my young son? Over money? What kind of man are you?
Whatever you came here for, you won't get.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for remaining with us. Is everybody with us? I hear somebody
here.
Oh, hi, Paul. Anya?
yeah, right here.
Okay. Does anybody else have anything they want to talk about?
Well, I could. It's not exactly exciting and Christmassy, but did you guys hear about that murder in Hollywood of Rob?
Oh, Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty traumatic, wasn't it? Their son Nick is under arrest for it, from what I understand.
Oh, that is terrible. That is terrible. I've seen the one in Australia. That was terrible.
Gosh. That was a pretty bad week, really. And this
The one in Brown University.
Yeah.
So it's been terrible.
Yeah, what is wrong with these people?
Yeah.
I mean those are all horrible, but you know, when your own kid kills you like that, that's pretty
Well, I haven't been able to watch the news much about, but I did see on the news that Nick Reiner, or Reimer, I think is the name.
Reiner with an N.
He has, is it ADHD or something like that? I think that he's been being treated for, so maybe something got screwed up with his medication. Or
can I jump in just to
sure, Gino.
I have some info about he had a long history of drug abuse and homelessness, so he clearly has some sort of mental issues. And then I did find out how it was that he got arrested so fast was the sister came to the house and the mom was actually still alive.
Oh,
died.
Told her that it was the son. Oh wow. Oh, that must have been so traumatic for the daughter.
And apparently Billy Crystal, that actor who was really good friends with them, I don't know if he's a neighbor, he actually was the one, she brought him over, and of course, it's pretty terrible. He slit their throats, he stabbed them, I guess.
Oh my goodness.
Do that. But one thing I would like to open up to the group, and then I'm going to mute myself. I would like to know what people think about Trump's tweet directly after the news of the murder, before it came out that it was the son. Does anybody know about this tweet? Should I read this tweet?
Can you read it?
Yes, read that.
Read it. And I want to know what you guys think, because I know, Becca especially, I know you're a Trump supporter, because I can tell you the reaction right now everywhere about this is not good. Hold on, let me find it. Oh boy. Here, I'm going to read this. So this is his tweet. And when I read this, I had to confirm it because I couldn't believe that this man could be this. I'm going to say it. It's the most disgusting thing to say in the aftermath of a murder of two people. A very sad thing happened last night in Hollywood. Rob Reiner, a tortured and struggling but once talented movie director and comedy star, has passed away, together with his wife Michelle, reportedly due to the anger he caused others through his massive, unyielding, and incurable affliction with a mind-crippling disease known as Trump derangement syndrome. sometimes referred to as TDS. He was known to have driven people crazy by his raging obsession over President Donald Trump, with his obvious paranoia reaching new heights as the Trump administration surpassed all goals and expectations of greatness. And with the golden age of America upon us, perhaps like never before, may Rob and Michelle rest in peace. So I'll leave you guys to interpret this and talk about it.
Well, I mean, since you read it, you obviously have an opinion. So I don't know what Becca's going to say, but I was going to say you should stick around then and either defend or denounce what people will be saying about it, because I do have an opinion. For example,
I found it distasteful that Trump is using this situation to refer the attention back to himself.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. Am I wrong?
I agree with you. It was not the best best comment about somebody passing, but it's pretty rich coming from the side that was openly mocking the murder of Charlie Kirk and making memes and openly celebrating, publicly celebrating. So all I want to say to them is shut the hell up. I mean, you're not gonna tell us how to react and to behave if you show the lowest of the low. And again, that is not, two wrongs does not make it right. But I mean, yeah, Trump is Trump. He made it.
So I do want to jump in then with one thing about that. Rob Reiner himself was on what's that guy's name? Piers Morgan. People showed his reaction to Charlie Kirk, and his reaction is exactly what a human being's reaction would be. He thought it was disgusting, and he said political divisiveness is not reason, for a celebration of murder. He had a very well-intentioned, well-informed response. To my understanding, the people that had the bad response to Charlie Kirk's murder are not public figures. By and large, almost every public figure did exactly what they should do with their status as a public speaker, is either keep their mouth shut or condolences to the family, right?
Except for that guy we were discussing on the show that lost his.
And there were some Democratic quote unquote public figures who were celebrating his death.
Yeah, both his guy comedians.
There were, but let me ask you this: do you think? I mean, this is the president of the United States. Doesn't even have the facts. They have no police investigation. They don't know. Nothing had been released other than they were found murdered in their home, and that was his response. And this is. Do you think he should be held to a much higher standard with his rhetoric? And now that we know what happened, it makes him look even worse. And then I'll say one other thing that really I found probably the most disgusting thing is the fact that he knows Rob Reiner's wife. He hired her 30 years ago to photograph him for his most famous book, New York Times bestseller, Art of the Deal. He knows her. So the fact that he had not one shred of humanity in that tweet for somebody that he clearly respected 20 years ago enough to hire her as an upcoming top female photographer when it benefited him, I found it just completely disgusting and distasteful. I cannot defend. There's no way it's defensible to me.
Well, 20 years ago, Trump himself was a darling of the media until he ran for president, and then things changed. And let me remind you, Gino, and the rest of the world who is listening, that since 2016-ish or so, Reiner was viciously attacking Trump online constantly, saying the most terrible things about him, Nazi, and and when assassination attempt took place, I don't remember the quote, I don't memorize that, but the idea was he was sad that assassin missed. So I mean, I'm sorry, but if I knew somebody who hates me with passion and they passed, I probably would not have too much kind to say about that person. I'm not saying it was very, very classy of Trump, but it's Trump. I mean,
I think if all I'm going to say about this is if in his position, I would not have written that.
I think he probably could have just not commented on it at all, and everything would have been fine.
Well, I think he figured. I mean, whatever he says or chooses not to say, people are not going to like or hate him more or less. So you might as well just think out loud. I mean, again, the guy, Gino, and you know that this guy was attacking nonstop Trump online. He had.
I understand that, but I guess I feel like here's the thing. These are public figures. They're going to attack each other. I just feel like the problem we have right now is you have, for instance, Trump's assassination, if you remember, his assassination attempt. Joe Biden came out and did exactly what a president should do. And everybody knows these people do not like each other, right? And they're running against each other, and this is before the election. And what did he do? He came out and he publicly said he wished the family well, and I forget the exact phrase, but it was just the very typical presidential statement to say about your opposition, right? Mm-hmm. But in comparison, this is Trump's moment as a president of one of his adversaries who's been critical of him, and I'm sorry, he failed in every way possible as a world leader. That is not. I mean, this is why I think there's people all over the world that look at America and are like we're a laughing stock of a country.
Well, like Biden ever meant a single word that came out of his mouth that day. I'd rather not hear lies, sweet lies to my face, how sorry he is, versus to say something that you really mean. I mean, it's Trump. He's always been rough on edges. He always says what he means. So I'd much rather take tough Trump than fucking retarded Biden who could not put words together and who had a script written for him just to make it look good. Well, sorry, I don't give a fuck about that.
Well, this is what I'll say about that is I once heard someone say, if you're going to say something, think about this. Whoever you're saying it to, do they need to know? And if they do, if not, or if so, do I need to be the one saying it? So that's how that's how I try to live my life. Is if someone doesn't need to know it, or if it's not going to affect them, or it's not going to change anything or make anything better, I don't need to be saying that. That's what I can say about that.
So to borrow a quote from one of my favorite Disney movies, if you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all.
Well, I respond to that quote usually with the quote, if you see something, say something. That's my response.
Yeah, but that's a different situation.
I know.
Say something means it's like if in a terrorist situation, or if you see something like that.
But I will say, as a leader, and I'm just now being informed of this story as a whole. But as a leader, no, I don't think there was class involved at all there. And I think as a leader, as a role model, whether it's you're the president of the United States or whether you're a celebrity, and I know celebrities have all bagged on Trump. I do understand that, and I know all the media has, and I understand that. But I think if you're in that position when something like this has happened and it's a horrible thing, I think it's your responsibility. And we could go down the rabbit hole of people celebrating Charlie Kirk's death, but I think it's your responsibility as a leader to try to unite people after something like this has happened. And I certainly don't feel like what Trump said did that at all.
Well, funny that we talk about class and leadership, where the standards have shifted so much lately. I mean, there's the same respect, even from the public figures to the office of president. I mean, if senators come and say that Trump committed war crimes, and when former military officials come and say openly defy the orders, I mean, things are different now. It's not that standard classy, jacket tie situation anymore. That nobody
The
treats it.
gloves are off. The gloves are off, right?
Yeah,
Is that what
I
you
mean,
mean?
as much shit as Trump has tolerated from the media and from
Mhm.
public in general, and even from, I mean, I'm not saying, oh, Trump poor thing, poor victim. No, not like that. But all I'm saying is that things are different now. There is no the
Yeah.
same respect in word president as used to be. So if presidents don't show the same respect, Biden called his opposition garbage. Hillary called opposition deplorables.
But I think the difference would be is that in them situations, you know, with the situation Gino's bringing up, and I did see Biden's speech after that, and I do understand what you're saying, Anya, in the sense of, do you think that Biden meant to order that? No, you don't think so, and I understand that mindset, but I think that's Biden's responsibility as the leader of the country to do that, because in not doing that, if he says, good for the assassin, try it again, and if he says those things, then what makes Biden better than the assassin, right? What makes Trump better than, Trump is just sinking to a lower level by, say, tweeting what he tweeted.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not defending what exactly he said. I'm not saying this, but I don't think it's that big of a deal that we all need to be so sad because we need to be classy and nice. Oh, because we're better than the other side. Fuck that. No, I don't think that. I mean, I think we need to bite back, fight back, no matter whatever means there are. And yeah,
Well,
if Trump chooses this, he knows that this guy hated him. He had nothing. Let's not pretend that if Trump got killed, that this guy Reimer would not be jumping up and down with joy. Let's not pretend that.
Okay, go ahead, Gino.
Oh,
no, I
Gino.
was going to say almost every mainstream right personality and commentator are coming out. Rob Schneider just released his statement. They're all pretty much saying the same thing. Beyond the pale. I mean, even James Wood, who has been like super far right, is like, yeah, this is totally beyond the pale for a president. This is a private citizen. You don't have to like him. You don't have to, like all the things he has said about you. But this is not like, hey, put up your dukes because we're running for president again, right? This is a private citizen, right? And the presidency should be held to a higher standard. Doesn't matter whether it's left or right. And Trump had his opportunity to show the world when he got reelected that he was going to be different, and he hasn't.
Correct.
And he's
Correct.
made himself look more petty, more vindictive and childish, right? I mean, like, he is not doing any favors for the Republican Party. I'll tell you that.
I would agree with that, and I would say I would absolutely agree with that, and I've seen more people who vote generally that direction more disappointed in him as of recent than I have expected to see in the past. Go ahead, Anya.
Oh,
Are you there?
yeah, I'm here. No, I mean, like I said, I don't know why it's bothering people so much. For me, it's like, okay, it's just another tweet from Trump, and yeah, it maybe was a little mean, but I still don't see it as, the end of the world. Like Republicans got so mad about that. You may remember not too long ago, this young Republican group. Oh, they were posting some mean stuff on Discord. Oh, I denounce this, and I denounce this, and look at me. I also denounce this. I'm so good. I'm so virtuous. I denounce it. Like, oh my gosh, people, shut up already.
But
I'm with Anya.
Go ahead, Becca.
I think Trump is perfectly within his rights to complain about the way he's been treated by the left, to badmouth them and say all of that kind of whatever he wants about them because of the way they've attacked him and annihilated him and treated him so abusively.
Okay, but my question would be then what makes him any better than them? Nothing.
I'm not saying he's better than them, but he's my president, damn it. He was duly elected. They weren't.
Okay, I understand that, but if he's going to complain about them always attacking him and then he says this, how is he any? What makes him different than they are?
I'm not sure what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Like, okay, so he. What I'm saying is, we've all seen the media attack Trump and all that for the last, I don't know, 8 years or whatever the number's been.
Right.
And so he puts out this tweet, which is not in good taste. Why? How is he any different than the people that he's attacked? That's been attacking him.
Because his ground game's been a lot smaller. He's made one tweet. Their ground game was like this overwhelming full court press. They were trying to take the man out, destroy him, his family, his businesses. All this, I because of the degree of evil that we saw come against President Trump and his family, I would give President Trump a long leash. It'd be a long time before I said, President Trump, you better start pulling it back and not being so ruthless to these people, because they were very ruthless to him and his family. And don't forget about all the ruthless shit they did to all of America.
Okay, well, go ahead, Anya.
Sorry. Well, my answer to that, what you said earlier, like how is he better? Why does he have to be better? Well, we tried to be better so many times. You don't come to the gunfight with a knife. Isn't that famously Obama said? No, if they treat you like shit, you treat them back like shit. Republicans have been nice too long. Christians have been nice too long. They've been shitted upon. They've been mocked and ridiculed and all other things. And like, oh, we need to be better than them. We need to forgive. We need to be sweet. We need to be... No. If you want to be bitchy with me, I turn around and be bitchy with you back. And there's my Christianity right fucking there.
Okay, but here's
on this one.
But here's my question. I mean, not that we need to get into a religious discussion, but let's just say, for an example, let's just use, I'm a Christian as well, and the way I look at it is, let's just use that as an example here, since you brought that up. I can talk to people and tell people, that they're going to be damned to hell because of X, Y, and Z. Or I could choose to love that person, and they can choose or have their eyes opened by my actions, versus me being hateful and going, well, you do this or you do that, so therefore you're being damned. Which one is going to get more people to believe in Christ? You're going to hell because of this, or treating them how I want to be treated and showing them how I want to be treated? Which is going to produce more fruit, if you will?
But has
of
it
course,
worked
the latter.
Trump, though? I mean, okay, would your opinion still stay the same if the person you're trying to talk to poured a can of garbage over your head? You would still love them, or you would have something to say to them?
Well, like if that happened to me, for example, if there was someone who did that to me, would I be pleased with that? No. But I have had people do some unkind things to me in the past, and as everyone has. And I'm not going to say that I choose to spend time with that person, but I think not that we need to go down the philosophy road either, but I do think as a whole, if you choose to hold on to that, your life is going to be a lot harder than if you choose to, forgive that. I mean,
yeah, I see what you're saying, but as it plays out generalizing this whole thing as a country, it has not played out. Christians are being pushed over, just pushed over, and we've been, because the country has become so godless, and Christians are so forgiving and okay, well, we need to do adaptive, considerate, and that's why they're being walked on all the time.
But what my question, I guess, to both of y'all is this: with Trump saying what he said, my question would be, like, if he said this is a tragedy that this happened, and maybe then people on the other side don't believe him. That's their deal, but doesn't this give more of the people that that hate Trump, doesn't this give them even more of a reason to hate Trump?
No, I think
You
there's
know, honestly, I think they would find a reason one way or another to hate Trump, no matter what he said or did.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, no matter what Trump said, even if he, like he said himself, even if he found cure from cancer, he would still be evil to them, because there's Trump derangement syndrome. And that guy, I'm sorry, but the guy who tragically passed, he was diseased with with Trump derangement syndrome. It's just true.
Yeah.
I will tell you that this is one of these situations where I certainly do not agree with you both at all. Because while I do hear what you're saying, I think there certainly could have been a different way to handle the situation. That's me trying to be politically correct.
I'm getting tired of every time Trump breaks wind or doesn't break wind, or he says boo or he doesn't say boo. Every time he turns around, the left is jumping on him for what he did or didn't say or did or didn't do. You know what I mean? And it's like he can never do or say the right thing. Whatever option he chooses in every situation is going to be wrong according to the left.
Look, I don't disagree with that, but I don't think this helped him. This did not do him any favors.
I think he's done trying to
step
up to the left by making them like him more. I don't think he cares about pleasing the left. I think he cares about protecting America and making America great again.
Yeah, what gave him favors was to ignore them, to just don't give a damn about them.
Yeah.
That's what gave him favors.
Yeah.
Well,
instead of playing into their hands, and like some Republicans do, go to CNN and talking nice. They know they hate you. They hate you. Why you go and just playing into their hands?
Well, I tell you what, this conversation has been very, very interesting. It certainly turned from Christmas to this, and I have to tell you, I guess that's why this is the podcast.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think we're out of time.
I guess you can blame me for bringing it up.
What's that? Or what's that, Gino?
Well, I'm the one that brought up, Trump's tweet to see what you guys.
Oh yeah.
Well, now you know what we think, don't you? Okay, well, it sounds like we're out of time, but yeah. I'm glad we covered all the topics, including politics and Christmas and all that. So.
And I will say, for those listening,
go
ahead.
Did we decide if we want to do a show next Tuesday? Do we want to take a vote real quick?
Well, Paul will not be here, but I'm down. If Brandon will show up.
Yeah, I'm down too. Tuesday at the same time then next week? Yeah. Okay, we'll plan on that. So, ladies and gentlemen, be here the same time next Tuesday, and we'll have a show. It'll be me and Anya and possibly Brandon then.
I know I won't be there, the start of the show, I know. But just think how great it'll be when I come back.
Oh, of course, Paul. We will miss you in your absence. Okay, let's finish the show then. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this evening for another exciting episode of The Blind View, shot right here on Becca's World on Rumble. Please be sure to like, share, and hit the subscribe button. And everybody have a great week. See you next week. Peace out.
Have a Merry Christmas.
Bye. Merry Christmas. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for watching Becca's World. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel.